Okay, so in previous videos, we have looked at 3 dots at the top level from new tab to bookmarks. In the next video after that, the one that's preceding this video, we had zoom down to more tools. Now we're going to look at this last section, which is cut, copy, paste, settings, and help. So let's start with help. First, if you have an issue, you can report it in Google Chrome. Google is great about listening to customer feedback, especially teacher feedback, and kind of making things better. Help Center, if you click that, basically takes you to the Google Chrome Help Center. Lots of different questions. There's announcements. There's community information. A lot of good stuff there in case you need it. Next, you've got the About Google Chrome. Now, what's great about hitting the About Google Chrome is it will automatically trigger a check for updates if you need one. That was all out of help. Now, this next button is a labyrinth of possible settings, and I'm going to walk you through the settings using a dummy account, just so we can kind of tinker, and I'll walk you through a large portion of settings here. Okay, so here we are on a test account. You can see I'm signed into the browser like we talked about in previous episodes of this little playlist. I'm signed into all the products, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the settings for this particular user. So when you look at the settings, it breaks down into a couple different sections. You and Google, autofill, privacy and security, and those are duplicated on the left. So if you see here, everything that's on the left, from you and Google down to on startup, is duplicated in here. And if you were to click on one, it jumps to that set of settings. That can confuse people, but basically this center area scrolls up and down, and you can click here. So on the top, you can turn off your sync or resync if it's been paused. You can get to sync in Google services. So if you click that, it'll ask you kind of how you want to manage your sync. There's not a lot of stuff I tinker with in here a lot, but things like the enhanced spell check, that's important to know. If we mandate that, but if you needed that, that's there. Allow Chrome sign-ins, those are all in there. Now, manage your Google account, which we talked about, takes you out to the manage section where you can tinker with anything from privacy to your account protections. You can choose your name and picture if you want to edit your person. And you can import your bookmarks and settings here as you want. Now, autofill, passwords, payment methods, addresses. These are all choices if you want to make those choices. I strongly recommend remembering your passwords, or at least offering, because then you can keep those passwords in here, and then you can actually access them if you need them. You can press the view button and you can see passwords. It does split it into never saved and saved. So there are some that, and it basically brings up a dialog box on the right, and you just tell it what you want to do. Payment methods, you can set up payment methods and remember certain cards if that's something you want to do. And then addresses and more, I find this to be very useful. You can fill out an address card, and then if the Chrome browser senses that you're filling out an address or information, it will offer to fill it out for you. So as of right now, this is the first step in our settings tour. We've talked about the You and Google settings, the autofill, and then in the next one, we're going to talk about privacy and security and some of the appearance stuff.